Hi there, it's day 2 of my daily vlogging and just talking to the camera here, and I'm gonna have a quick conversation with you on different topics. And today I start off talking why are we doing brands at Badass? What is a brand? Why is it important? Like, that's gonna be different kind of from all of the previous I had in different videos. Actually, I had pretty interesting video. Why do you need a brand? I would place it somewhere here. That was really interesting for me to discover and to talk that through, mathematically speaking. And now we're going to be talking on why brands are important logically. So I'm up from the walk outside today, and it's 4 p.m. I guess. So I've been walking around and listening to different podcasts or different stuff, and I have a habit of writing down different thoughts so that I haven't been posting them to the Twitter or to you guys. And the thought I had today was, in the end, every business interaction, transaction, brand, design, everything which is connected to business is about humans. And it's about psychology. It's about understanding how humans interact. And what is interesting is that, as I talked yesterday about, if you are weird, if you are unique, if you're true, you stand out, and then people remember you, right? And that's why we need brands. Essentially, business is about numbers. And if you do your business solely about numbers, people feel that. People feel that you are trying to sell things, that you are there is no emotional connection, that you're not standing out in the market, that there's nothing different about you. And that's different shadow here. Nothing different about you and other people in the market. So why would they buy from you, right? Except for lower price. And I said in other videos that if the only benefit that you have is lower price, then people would come to you to use you for your low price. But if you have value and you have a brand, then people will love and care for you because you are giving them something more than just the product. And what I was talking about the thing that you should stand out. How to do that with a brand. How? Let's get more questions here and being curious as a child. There are 4 ways so that people would remember you, meaning you would stand out, right? First one is novelty. Like, there should be something new. And I wrote down a few even thoughts here on the laptop about novelty. Number one thing that creates focus in your brands is novelty. Like, whenever you see, I don't know, you are walking down home from your work, and every day you see the same bush. But one day there is a stick cracked in that bush, or there is a squirrel running by, or there is a new bird which sat in that bush, and you're like, that's something new. Like, that's tiny thing. By saying you should be new and novel, I'm not saying that you should be getting, I don't know, shoe on your head. Like, that's, yeah, I'm stupid sometimes I am. That was new, but that was weird, and you can't really explain that. You can do simple things, like today I'm without glasses, and you used to see me with glasses. That's something new, and you're like, I haven't seen that. Maybe you haven't paid attention, but I pointed your attention on that. I mean, novelty can be simple, like easy, simple, tiny things which will grab people's attention towards you. So, and since they've noticed you, now you can connect it with second thing, which is emotion. This should bring up some emotion. If I'm doing weird stuff, it can be connected with, I don't know, laughter, with some, if I'm doing really weird and positive thing, that's a laughter, that's happiness, positive emotion. And if a lot of influencers nowadays are telling their stories on social media, and they're like, my mother died when I was 5, and my father worked 3 jobs and then died when I was 8, and then I had to live in the orphanage. Like, I'm not making jokes about these stories, but the thing is, Today, everybody is over exaggerating their stories to look more tragic than they actually were. And that is something new, and that's something which evokes emotions in people following that. But the problem with those people is that when they've got the audience, later on they'll be growing, right? Their audience and themselves, and they'll be becoming more successful, etc. And the story, that tragic story, which brought people into their community, would have. Right, I have ear alert here. Thankfully, video was not disrupted. They would have to look miserable later on their success story just to make that tragic story and past stick to them. And that's a weird way to develop your personal brand, but that's another topic, right? People know that audience responds to emotions, and you choose your emotion, whichever it is you want to be associated with, and you work with that. I also told somewhere here that, like, my parents do not support what I do. That's true. That was sad for me at first, and I'm like, yeah, that's making me do stuff, though. That's positive for me. And come up with your emotion, right? Then third thing is association. Like, so that people would remember your brand or business or anything, they should have various symbols or things which are associated with you, and those associations should serve your goals, and target audience should love them. Like, target, you select your target audience, right? And hopefully, I'm thinking of getting target audience for Badass agency who are business owners of middle-sized companies in LA, and I should be providing more of a valuable business content. Since we are just starting out, I should be learning myself more, being that hungry child. Everybody gets that, everybody sees how inexperienced and how hungry for that I am, and how fast I learn, and how much I speak about business. And I'm like, I want people to who are interested in business, same as me, to look at our materials from Badass agency, and they're like, yes, brand is important. We also need design and brand. That's why I'm talking about business. What am I thinking about? Yeah, that I want myself be associated with business and with serious stuff, look like super serious human. That's it. Like, you choose your associations, brand pairings that would serve you. And last thing is repetition. I love a story about slogans of Red Bull and Nike. If Nike, after 1 year of saying just do it slogan, stopped doing that and switched to a different one, they wouldn't be remembered. Like, people would get confused and nobody would remember their slogan. That wouldn't become legendary. So that's why they're sticking with it, and they will never get tired of saying just do it, or Red Bull gives you wings, or I don't know, whatever slogan out there exists. How badass is this? That's the slogan we are trying to keep up with. Whenever we're doing some crazy shit, we're like, how badass is this? Whenever we are posting a project, like, is that badass? Already changed the sentence. Do not do that. So these are the 4 steps on how to make people notice and remember you. Novelty, emotion, association, and repetition. That's it. That's why I'm talking so much about branding, and I'm trying out new things. Then what are the thoughts I had today as well on the walk? Right, we're talking about novelty and about branding. I'm thinking about that. I wrote, start your emails not like others. Do not introduce yourself, just straight to the point, or come up with other things that catch people off guard. Being new and novel, it doesn't mean like doing something really crazy. It means doing basic stuff, but not like others. If you have 1,000 other agencies working like one designer on 5 projects at a time. I'm like, we want to be different. That's why one designer works not on 5 projects, but on 1 project at a time. This means he's more focused, he's in the flow, it means the result would be better. And we, as a result of the result, will attract better clients who are interested in quality, not in low prices. Then, second thing I wrote, designers work great on projects with no pressure or with freedom. This is when they are making it for themselves. Then they do the best thing that is possible. They enjoy it and care about it. That's why restraining art by business is a bad idea. This is not art, this is commercial stuff. Right, we do brands. And brands are about art, are about creative stuff, about ideas, about emotions. Why? Because people are life creatures. They have their souls, they have their emotions, they're not rational, right? If we all were rational, then we wouldn't need a brand, actually, honestly. Because we would be like, well, that guy has lower prices, I compared that, we're buying from him. But if you're talking about brand, that's having your product paired with something creative, and you should be thinking really hard for that. Do brainstorms, get with the team and talk about that. And that's what we would do for you if you work with us, to come up with ideas and concepts that would serve brand. I have an example of brand concepts for underdog pet charity organization. What were they? Oh, I'm talking for the second time about that. Let's come up with something new, shall we? Okay, I have ideas for concepts for brand of jewelry. That was morale jewelry, and on consultation I came up with idea. Like, we have a lot of brands of jewelry, and some of them are associating their jewelry with tasty food everybody wants. Like, everybody is hungry for diamonds. And I'm like, there is so much pictures in marketing, in ads, where girls are eating their necklaces as spaghetti, and I still do not get the point why everybody does it. That was creative for the first time, but then when everybody on the market starts repeating that, you've certainly seen that somewhere, it becomes just basic. That's basic. Or when you have a boss with diamonds, those are most likely fake diamonds, but still, we've seen that. But what if we make live jewelry? By that I mean, we all live a life, and we all are true, like, personalities. We have not perfect life. And that was jewelry for, like, young people. That was not, that brand that I worked with was not super luxury jewelry. That was affordable jewelry, I would say that. And let's say we take a young girl who is a student, and she wakes up after, I don't know, with hangover, and her jewelry is on, and it got mixed up with her hair, and it's all messy. And then she, takes her shit together, and she's like going to the gym, she's working out. Maybe she forgot to take off that rings on her fingers, and they are getting a bit sweaty. And we are shooting different moments of that girl's life day with jewelry on, when she is writing something on lessons, and I don't know, or maybe with her hand, and hand gets dirty with pens. Call it pasta? I don't know what it's called, but what the thing inside the pen, which is helps us writing, the gel inside of the pen. Then when she cooks dinner for her boyfriend, maybe she's baking something, or she's washing the dishes and she got her hands dirty and the jewelry is on, but it's, since that's like true silver or other materials, which is still affordable, but true, they wouldn't get, they are durable, so you can live your life with this practical jewelry which would serve you in real life, not like in those magical diamond ads with girls wearing gowns and I don't know, perfect dresses which are unrealistic and which are just for special events. Here on the opposite side, we have real jewelry which serves you. The concept is called life jewelry, and you can use it for any ads and marketing campaigns, as well as for visuals for your social media, for website, or for, we do not need an app for that, but still we make like constant visual representation of a brand, and behind that visual we have an idea, and it is consistent throughout platforms and throughout marketing campaigns, throughout communication. Like the whole brand is based on this idea, and that's what we came up with. And when you have a business who is starting out and you're not as creative maybe or crazy as I am, you're struggling with that, that's what we're helping with. And that was a really great idea. I love that. For dogs shelters, we had idea of underdogs playing hockey game, or magical dogs, like business is book about dogs and each dog is a hero or character in it, and we have a story behind that. Or we had space concept, like every dog is on a mission of saving family and getting people together. That's really interesting concept, and that's really interesting way of thinking. And today I worked with one more sportswear brand, and I'm still working on the concept, but the first thing which popped into my head was Olympic Games. Like, you have sportswear, and I thought, what if we associated with Olympic Games? How did they do Olympics in ancient Greece? And I'm like, they were naked. So this sportwear should feel as great as if you were naked doing Olympic Games in, I don't know, somewhere before under the menu. That's it. That's what we do. We come up with creative ideas and we then do visual for that. And these ideas and branding is what brings up novelty into your business, and that's what makes you different on the market. I think I do not have any more thoughts for today. It was nice talking to you. See you tomorrow, because I love this blogging. It puts my ideas together, and out of all these conversational videos, I'd be able to maybe cut better video with more structured content. But here I'm connecting with you and I'm telling you more about how brand works and how you can do this for yourself, for your own business, and not pay anybody else. That's it. Have a nice day. Bye.